What's up guys, SoloDF back with another video. Now today, I'm going to be revealing to you guys my NBA2K21 build. I think it's finally time because every single time that I go live, there's a bunch of little Jimmies in my chat spamming the chat saying,
Solo, what build are you going to make in 2K21? Solo, are you going to be a guard or a center? Are you going to make a lockdown? Solo, have you thought about making a two-way, three-level interior playmaking sharpshooter creator defender build? Solo, what's the best build in NBA 2K21?
Like little Jimmy, bruh, chill out. I know you're excited for NBA 2K21, I am too, but I don't know what build I'm making. So that brings me to another point. Let me address this really quickly since the video just started. You guys are probably confused. 2K21 did not come out yet. I'm just going to be talking about what build I'm aiming to make in 2K21. I assume that the My Player builder is going to be kind of similar to the one in 2K20, but they do usually change some things from year to year, so I can't exactly tell you what the My Player builder is like, but this is the build that I will likely be aiming to make in NBA 2K21. Just in case you guys forgot, let me remind you, we are about 7 days away from the NBA 2K21 demo. It's coming closer and closer so fast, and then I think we have about 18 days until the actual game releases. Now, before we jump into this video, make sure to follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I've been streaming a lot on Twitch. It's always a good time over there. Also, we're on the road to 300,000 subs. Make sure to sub up if you're new. Press the red subscribe button. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss a stream or upload. And drop a like in this video. Let's aim for 7,000 likes, and let's get it. Alright, now I can officially tell you guys what build I'll be making in NBA 2K21. So the build that I'll be making in NBA 2K21 is a two-way, three-level interior playmaking sharpshooter creator defense. Alright, but now in all seriousness, in this gameplay, I'm obviously on 2K20. I already talked about that. Today, I'm using the build that I have on 2K20 that most resembles the build that I want to make in 2K21. So right now, try and figure it out. Try and guess what build I'm on in this gameplay. If you know my builds, then it's going to be a little bit easier for you guys. Am I on my new post scorer build? No. You'd be dumb to think that. I mean, look at how I'm dribbling. Why would you think that? Am I on my new pure lockdown build? Again, no. Why would you think that? If you said yes to any of those, then you know what I'm saying, you need to get checked out. You need help. I'm praying for you. Am I on my two-way slasher? Am I on my offensive threat, my playmaking shot creator, facilitating finisher, two-way slasher, or my deep range shot creator? So I just give you guys 6 solid options for the build that I might be on. Try and figure it out by the gameplay and the movement from my player. Alright, so if you can't already tell, this is a quick player that's not too tall. He's kind of a little tall. You know, my player kind of looks tall, especially with my white mohawk. But this is a player that's quick and that can shoot good. And I just want to bring up what happened at the beginning of NBA 2K20 just so that you guys don't make the same mistake that I did. One of my goals for this video is not only to tell you guys what build I'm making in NBA 2K21, but also to help you guys out, because I'll also be talking about a bunch of other builds, and you know what I'm saying, I'll talk about centers eventually, lockdowns, everything. And so you guys know what build you should probably make, what build's probably going to be the best at the beginning of 2K21. So in the beginning of NBA 2K20, I had about 1,000 subs. We talked about that in my last video, the greatest moments video. That was a really good video. I recommend you check that out. But yeah, I had about 1,000 subs, so a lot of you guys probably don't remember this, but to start NBA 2K20, I made a build called a slashing playmaker. Now this build gets 62 badges. I'm a person that likes to have a lot of badges on my player, and I try to figure out a way to get the most badges. So that's what I was doing. 62 badges was the most badges that I could find for any guard build. So that was the build that I went with. Even if it wasn't the best build for like attributes, I don't know, I just wanted a lot of badges, 62 badges, so I made a slashing playmaker to start the year. A slashing playmaker is not the worst build, but you don't really see any competitive players coming out here in wagers. Maybe there's a few, but I have not seen those. But you don't really see competitive players running slashing playmakers in like wagers or anything like that. So I don't know if you guys remember what builds people were making at the beginning of 2K20, but I had my slashing playmaker, and not too many people had a slashing playmaker. A slashing playmaker was the pure playmaking pie chart, but a lot of people at the beginning of 2K20 had like play shots, they had offensive threats, they even had your sharpshooting facilitators were kind of popular. And so this is what I noticed from previous 2Ks. At the beginning, if you're a guard, you're going to want to make a build that is quick, and that can shoot pretty good and fade good. Fading is always good at the beginning of 2Ks. Two people that come to my mind when I think about the beginning of 2Ks and just fading behind screens are Ticino and Annoying. Now Ticino, you know what I'm saying, he still is fading a lot. If you know Ticino, he loves his shot creators. Annoying, he kind of adapted a little bit, but at the beginning of 2Ks, for some reason, fading is always like overpowered. It's always like the go-to move for a lot of guards. So I recommend being able to fade, you know, upgrade difficult shots if that's a badge again. Don't try to do too much extra stuff with your build, you know what I'm saying? Don't try to get extra badges. That's just gonna hurt your build. Don't try to make an all-around build. Don't go for like a defensive build. I'm gonna get into like defensive builds and why I don't think defensive builds are the best, especially when a 2K first comes out. But yeah, you guys have had some time to watch this gameplay. I'm just gonna say what build I'm on in this gameplay. If you couldn't figure it out, I'm on my 6'4" playmaking shot creator. So this playmaking shot creator is the second build that I made after I made my slashing playmaker, because at the beginning of the year, like, everyone had play shots, offensive threats, and even some sharp facilitators, even though I don't think that was the wave. I preferred a play shot or an offensive threat. So everyone had these builds and we're just running, you know what I'm saying, running up streaks, and my slashing playmaker couldn't really keep up because I couldn't shoot as well. So I eventually made a play shot. Now a build like a playmaking shot creator that can fade good, dribble good, all the things you want for a build when a 2K first drops. It's good right off rip when you don't really know all the cheesy moves and you can just fade behind screens, but it's also good year round. This is the build that I rep grinded all the way to legend, and I even still use it today. So yes, the build that I will be making in NBA 2K21 is gonna be a build that's similar to the playmaking shot creator from NBA 2K20. Now I know we haven't seen everything on NBA 2K21, like the new My Player builder. I don't know what changes they're gonna make to it, if there's gonna be a completely new one, if it's gonna be the same, I don't know. I've heard some rumors that's gonna be different and it's gonna be based on like percentages. So you have like 40% shooting, 20% playmaking, blah blah blah. And I also heard that if you get 40% or higher on one of the categories, then you get Hall of Fame badges. This is just some rumors going around in the 2K community. No one, you know what I'm saying, I have a 2K logo. No one tells me like secret information. And even if they did, I probably wouldn't be telling you guys the secret information. So this is just a rumor. This is just speculation. I kind of like that, the whole percentages thing. I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, we don't know exactly until the demo drops what the My Player builder is going to be looking like. So I'll be making a playmaking shot creator, and that brings us to the next discussion of the height. Do you go for a shorter player that gets a faster jump shot? Because as you guys know, or if you didn't know, shorter players in 2K get faster jump shots, and they're also quicker, because if you go shorter, you're going to get an increase to your speed. So do you want a quicker player, or do you want to go a little bit taller, like 6'4", 6'5"? This year we can even go up to 6'8" on point guards. Do you want to go taller to get a little bit more defense in your build? Now let me just touch on this really quickly. I don't think 6'8" point guards are going to be good at all, because as you guys know, if you go to the tallest height for a position, say in 2K20, you go to 6'6", which is the highest height for a point guard. Your stats take a hit because you are just so tall. You know what I'm saying? Your three-pointer goes down, your mid-range, everything goes down, your speed, you're not even fast at that point. So if you go up to 6'8", I think your stats are going to be just like torch, like it's going to be bad. So 6'8" point guards are probably not going to be the wave. Now since 6'6" isn't the highest height anymore, now it's maybe 6'6" point guards, you know what I'm saying, are good because they're not torched as bad, because 6'8" is going to be way worse. I don't know. 6'6" is probably still not the way, but we'll have to see. I think the sweet spot for heights is like 6'3" to 6'5". Now I'm going to tell you guys now, when 2K21 comes out, there's going to be a lot of people, like I told you guys, Ticino, Annoying, whoever, that are just going to fade behind screens, and they'll just make a 6'3" play shot or whatever, a shot creator, 6'3" to be quick. Now my personal issue with this, and it's up to you what height you want to go to, but my personal issue with this is if you go 6'3", and they usually go minimum wingspan, you are a liability on defense. Now, yes, I would like to have a 6'3" little quick player sometimes, especially for threes. That's good when you don't have to play defense. You know, you usually have a lockdown in your team that can guard ball. But I'm going to be playing this build on threes, on twos, on whatever, and I'm going to have to play defense sometimes. So for me, and this is what I did in 2K20, I have a 6'4" play shot. I think 6'4" is probably the wave. I'll have to look at 6'5", see if your speed takes a hit. But I do want a pretty high speed, but I also want to have some defense in my build, have an advantage on the other smaller guards. Honestly, I might not even go minimum wingspan. A lot of guards like to go minimum wingspan. I'm just saying this. I'm going to have to look at the My Player builder, but I might not go minimum wingspan if it doesn't hurt me too much. I do like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not making a lockdown build. I'm not going to go max wingspan, but I might go a few ticks up on the wingspan just to get an advantage on the other guards. So if they get the ball, I can clamp them up. Now, something that I do want to look at when the NBA 2K21 demo comes out and we can start making our builds is a sharpshooting build. You know what I'm saying? Sharpshooting builds have been good in the past. If you go short enough, you might be able to be quick enough to be able to speed boost. So I want to take a look at that, because this year sharpshooters were really not the wave, but maybe they bring them back because they do talk there, or they have talked a lot about in the 2K21 news. I dropped a video on that the other day. Make sure to check that out. They have talked a lot about revamping like some shooting stuff and just adding a skill gap. So maybe there's a way sharpshooters are back and good again. So I will be taking a look at that when the demo comes out. Now I want to talk about some of the other builds just to end this video, like the two-way slashing playmaker from 2K20, or just any like two-way build, defense build, or like any finishing build. So like I said before, I think you should make a build that's quick and that can fade. Don't try to do too much. That's the main thing. Defensive builds from the past 2Ks have like pretty much always been one of the best builds, if not the best build, most glitchy build. You know what I'm saying? People find the cheesy ways to score with lockdown builds by the end of the year. Now that's the end of the year that lockdowns run the 2K. That's what I'm saying. Don't try to do too much and make a lockdown off rip. If you want to do that, then you can do that, but like, you know what I'm saying? I think that little play shots or people that are just going to be fading around the court are going to be running the game. And if you have a lockdown, it's just kind of hard to compete with that. So just make a play shot. At least that's what I'm recommending. And then later on in the year, you can make that defensive build once we figure out all the cheesy moves. And also how to shoot with a low three-pointer, because that's just in every 2K. Like, I feel like we should just get used to that at this point. Just being able to shoot with like a 53-pointer. It's just, I don't know, bruh. It happens every single year. By the end of the year, you have lockdowns just casually, consistently just greening with a 53-pointer. I hope that's not the case for 2K21 though. So yeah, I wouldn't really make a lockdown unless you're planning on playing threes. You know what I'm saying? You have a squad already set up. You have a guard, a center, and you need a lockdown for that squad. If you're going to play threes, then that could be pretty smart, because lockdowns are pretty rare in the beginning of 2Ks. People don't usually make lockdowns, but if you have a lockdown on your threes team, then that's going to give you an advantage. But if you're someone like me that's going to play twos, I don't really want to have a lock build this early in the 2K. I'll just have a build that can fade. Now real quick for centers, I like having centers that can shoot. Honestly, I didn't have a single center build except for the new post score that I made. I didn't have a center build like a glass cleaning lockdown in 2K20, but I would personally want to build that could shoot. Now, if you're a center, you should probably talk to your teammate if you're going to play twos, whoever you know what I'm saying, your planned on duo is, or whoever you're going to play with. Talk to them and see what build they're going to make. Because if they're going to be making one of those little play shots that just fades behind screens, then maybe you want to make just an inside build, an inside glass cleaner, just to set big bodies, have them fade, you can get their boards, whatever. And honestly, inside builds are usually pretty good for rep. If you make a shooting center, then that's kind of more of a well-rounded build, but shooting centers have not been too good for rep. Maybe they are this year. I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, if you're center, I would say talk to your guard, figure out what he wants. If he wants like the big bodies, and make inside center. If it's okay with him, then do a shooting center. I probably prefer to have a shooting center though. All right, now real quick, go in the comments and tell me what build you are thinking about making in NBA 2K21. It doesn't have to be an exact build name, because again, things are going to change. We're going to have different build names, different features in the My Player Builder, probably in 2K21, but just give me an idea of what build you're trying to make. Give me a height, wingspan, if you're going minimum wingspan. Just let me know what you want out of your 2K21 build. Also, let me know in the comments, is my build, the build that I'm thinking about making, a W or an L? Also, I just want to let you guys know that I'm recording a few videos today. I've been on my grind. I'll be dropping a ton of videos before the prelude drops, trying to help you guys out, give you tips, make you guys a better player. And then once the prelude or demo, whatever you want to call it, drops, I'm going to be dropping a ton of build videos, tip videos. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make the solo squad better. The solo squad is taking over in 2K21. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss those videos. Drop a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.
We finna go ahead and run out some bands. So much potential they don't understand. Shorty, you supposed to be holding my hand. You were supposed to be part of the plan. Everything's different when you got a man. I might still go like your place on the ground. I swear that niggas be hating. They saying I can't make a banger. I did it again. Shut up, little Tucker. We finna link with the bros and go ahead and hop in the bands. Don't listen to all the shit that they telling you, cause the truth is they ain't really your friend. Shorty, I know that these niggas ain't there for you, but for you, girl, I be here.